There's this quote that I absolutely love. It's, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. It basically means your habits is what you are going to create your life with. So if you constantly do the same thing over and over again and you're waiting for something to change, honey, nothing is going to change. You have to change certain things about your lifestyle, about the things you approach, about the people you allow in your life. All these things you have to change. Otherwise, nothing is going to change. A few years ago, when I was really depressed, I was watching this video of one of this YouTuber girl, whatever. And she basically was talking about, this was her third relationship, and that for the third time she had uploaded a YouTube video saying that, yeah, again, this guy like abused her physically in the relationship. And this was the third guy, the third relationship that did the same thing to her, right? And I was like watching it and I felt bad for her. And then one comment, and it was a top comment, and it was most like, it was like, you know what? I don't even feel sorry for you anymore because you keep attracting those guys. It's literally your own fault. And I was thinking, that's so rude to say and so harsh, right? But that also gave me a reality check, because it is, I was starting to think about it, but is it her fault though? You know, because why is this thing happening over and over again? Why is it constantly the same person over and over again? And when do we really see the red flags and see them as like, oh, maybe I should watch out now, or maybe I should not continue? So then I really started to look at my own situation. And then I was looking at myself and I was like, Liz, you're constantly complaining about that your life is not changing, yet you're not doing anything different than what you're doing every single day, which is basically locking yourself up in your room. Like, are you going outside even to have a little walk? No. Are you like engaging with other people, being social? No. Are you even eating properly? No, none of that. So how can I expect something else to happen if I do not do different things? Hi guys, my name is Liz and welcome back to my channel. Okay, in this video I am going to tell you some of the reasons why your life might not be changing, or nothing is evolving, nothing is happening. Okay, first things first, it might be your environment, okay? The country that you live in or whatever. Why do I say this? In the beginning, when I was starting my social media journey, when I was starting off, I grew up in a country that is very 9-to-5 minded. If you look at the country where I grew up, we don't even have big artists. Like, it's not a thing, right? We don't have big YouTubers, we don't have it. So I felt really suffocated in that country because I wanted something really big. Like, I wanted it, but I couldn't have it. And even when I was trying to open a business, the way they tax you for your business is insane, like 50 to 70% for business owners, which is insane. You know, you will never get rich that way in that country, because it was not designed for you to be rich or to be successful, whatever. So I really had to look at myself and be like, okay, listen, I probably will not be able to achieve what I want to achieve in this country because the mind is too small for me. I want bigger things. So I moved to a bigger country, like a bigger city where you have people that do social media, where a lot of entrepreneurs are here. Even if you look like down the street, you see really expensive cars, you see all these expensive things, and you start to open up your mind to like, oh wow, this is really possible, and it's really actually very easy to attract money and to make money. But once you start to see that, that's when your mindset also evolves. But when you are stuck in a country where you don't see these things on a regular basis, or it's very weird to have it, you start to believe that it's not possible for you. That's why there's this analogy that says if you put a fish in a tank, it will only become this big, but put the fish in an ocean and it will flourish and maybe, you know, become a shark, let's say. So that's why it's very important. What can you do in this case? Start looking for a job in a different country. Okay, you can apply to different jobs, like whatever job it is, you know. Whatever the job is, it does not matter, as long as you can like expand your mind when you see different things, when you surround yourself with different people, right? As well, you can date someone that is from the country that you want to live in, which is what I did. You are surrounded by toxic people, like constantly. Listen, toxicity in family is very hard. Why? You might be too young to move out. You have no choice but to stay there, whatever. I get it. I was in that situation. It's not nice. But honestly, like if it keeps being toxic and you cannot survive there anymore, get your financial in orders, get a job, then do that and move out, you know? Because being constantly surrounded by toxic people and environment, you will become so depressed to a point that you don't even recognize yourself anymore. And I am telling you, when I got out of like that whole like bad vibe, I could look back and I was like, how did I survive all of that? Like, oh my God, what did I just go through for past years? That's family, right? So sometimes you might not get out, whatever. In that case, surround yourself with people that support you. Surround yourself with, create a family outside of your home. Start to look for people that support you, that are like, come on, like you can do better, you know, that try to help you in any way that can elevate you. Like, just if they even can't elevate you or do anything, just someone that supports you and says, hey, you know what, I believe in you and I don't think that your dreams are too big or too crazy. That's enough for you to evolve, honestly. Well, you are too focused on other people. Listen, maybe you are in a relationship that's toxic and you're completely like trying to pull the person up, like, come on, let's get there, and they don't want. And you keep like focusing yourself on other people and healing them and helping them. Honey, like it's not working like this, okay? You cannot help other people when you cannot even help yourself. It's a really harsh lesson that I had to learn, because ever since I was young, I was always trying to help everyone. Like literally everyone I could see, I would want to help, right? But I had to learn like, hey Liz, enough is enough, and you are helpless yourself. And nobody is offering you a hand, so you should offer yourself a hand. And you get yourself out of the bullshit you put yourself in. Because you know what? Sometimes it's not even other people, sometimes it's you. And you need to take accountability for how your life is going. You can look yourself in the mirror and be like, you know what? Like, I don't want to be like this anymore. I don't want to hurt like this anymore. I don't want to be treated like this anymore. That's when things change, and that's when things shift for you. Why? Because you shifted. It is very normal that your life is gonna go like this, up, down, like after you decide that you want to change, because you are stepping out of your comfort zone. You are stepping out to do new things, but new things lead you to a different life. Are you gonna fall back into old habits? Yeah, probably you are. That's very normal. You know, the habits that you have created, you probably had them for years and years, and maybe your parents had them. It goes a long way. But then when you can say, hey, listen, this ends with me and I am gonna change now, I'm gonna be the cycle breaker, it's very hard, and you'll fall back and then you'll pick yourself up. You'll fall back, you'll pick yourself up again. But that's a journey, and you have to appreciate the journey, because at least even if you're crawling, you're getting there. You're doing something, and you're not being stagnant, and you're not settling for a life that you do not want. Is you are too focused on the goal and not the habits. Okay, what do I mean by this? Basically, it is all about what you do every single day, right? Imagine you want to lose weight, and in your mind you think like, oh, this is my goal, I want to weigh this much. Okay, what do you need to do to get there? You need to eat healthy most of the time, right? Do not focus on, oh no, I'm not there yet. Focus on, okay, today, did I eat healthy? Was most of my food healthy? Did I move today? Did I drink enough water? Like, whatever, you know? If that's a yes, then okay, perfect, you know? And you keep going like that consistently every single day, and like that you will reach your goal. But if you're too focused on, oh no, I need to get there, and I need to get there in this month and whatever, and this fast, slow down and just focus on what you need to do every single day to accomplish that. And every single day, it's not going to be like, oh, perfect. You're not a perfect human being. You're probably going to fall back. But then the next day, do it again and do it again and do it again. You stop trying when things get tough. This is how losers are created. Honestly, I'm just being honest with you. When things get tough, they're like, you know what? That's it. Enough. I'm not gonna do anything anymore. If I had stopped trying when things get tough, I would not be here at all. Like, I would not even be alive. Literally. Why is life worth living for me if I stop trying when things get tough? That's not how warriors are made. And maybe I have an advantage of this because I came from a very traumatic place, but that's why when you put me in a stressful situation, I thrive the best. I do not thrive in peace. That's one of my biggest reasons that I can also be successful. And the thing is with me, I cannot quit. Okay, I have goals for myself and I owe it to myself to get those goals. Why? Because I have abused myself enough. Literally, I have let myself get abused and I have abused myself. Because sometimes, honestly, it's also you that's the problem. It's not always other people. I need to take accountability for that as well. That's why I have this hunger and I have to win. Because I know what it is to have nothing. You know what my mentality is? How good can this get? How amazing am I really? I like to test myself. How far can you go, Liz? How far? Another thing is you cannot accept help. Listen, this is the biggest lie I've ever heard, that people say, oh my God, I am self-made. I did it all by myself. No, you did not. Like, humans never did anything by themselves, ever, you know? Because even, imagine, you go to a job interview, right? You don't have a car. To get to that job interview, you take the bus. That bus driver helped you to get there. That employer hired you, so he helped you to get a job. Everything in life is constantly people are helping each other. It is the way it is. So you can't be like, oh, I never accept help from anyone. You do. You do. Even if you travel, you literally trust the pilot with your whole life. You accept help from him, right? He has to get you to A to B, right? Safely. So instead, if people offer you something or they offer you a job or something, or they know someone and they want to help you in some way, accept the help, you know? You want your life to change, accept help from other people, and that's it. You stop learning. This is a big issue because if your mind is not evolving, you're not evolving. I really thrive on knowledge. I seek knowledge in my partner. I really, every single person I've ever dated has been extremely highly intelligent because I really like to even learn from my partner. I need them to be intelligent. So I am constantly challenging myself. I constantly read new books. I listen to new things. I listen to different subjects. I even listen to people's other opinions that I do not agree with, because I want to understand where their standpoint, where are they coming from, right? So I'm really open to receive information. I'm open to receive different opinions, right? But if you're sitting and you're watching so many stupid things, like the amount of stupidity on the internet right now and what they're posting and what people are watching is insane, and you're just literally wasting your life on this. Start actually listening to things that can evolve your mind, that can make you smarter. Start going into subjects that you maybe never found interesting, or start to learn something new. Even start to learn a new language. Go to go meet different cultures. Go travel a little bit. See different people, so you can open up your mind, so you can see different things. Also become less judgmental towards people, because you understand how people are dealing with different things, you know? You start to understand people on a different level. Another thing is you do not care about your health. Listen, your gut, right? Where all your food, everything comes, it's so important. Like, they even call your gut the second brain. That's how important it is, because what you eat 100% affects how you feel, your mood. You know how you will feel even worse about yourself if you eat constantly fast food, you're sluggish, whatever, you drink constantly, you wake up the next day, you have a headache, you feel literally bloated constantly, and less motivated to actually do something in your life or to actually change something about your life. You know how even, I don't want to even go deeper into the brain, but the brain chemicals change because of what you eat. Really look up how food affects your brain. Another thing is you are not patient. So basically you want what you want and you want it now and that's it. You want to change like this overnight. It does not work that way. How long have you been this person? Probably years, maybe your whole life you have been this person and you expect to change tomorrow. You need to start understanding this. It will take time for you to change. You have to be patient. It will not happen tomorrow. Maybe it will not happen next month. Maybe it will not happen in a year. You will constantly go up, down, but I promise you, if you create new habits for yourself, even in 6 months, your whole life will look different. Literally. You create a new mindset. You watch what you eat. You care about, you be mindful about walking around, about moving your body, about what you watch, about what you learn about, what you eat, every single thing, what you listen to. Your life will change if you do this consistently. There is no other way. But you have to be willing to do it and you have to be willing to be patient with it. As well, look at your life and think, is this what I want or is this what other people told me that I have to be? You know, because sometimes our parents, they tell us, oh, I want you to be this, I want you to be a lawyer, I want you to be a doctor. So constantly you're like striving for this, you're studying, but then you're unhappy because maybe that's not what you wanted, you know? So really sit back, even journal about it and be like, what did I want? And what was taken from me, and start to honor what you want. Stop listening to other people's wants and needs, because at the end of the day, they do not have to live your life, okay? They do not have to live your life. They're not in your shoes. Why? Because you made them happy maybe, and they're fulfilled, but what about you? Are you fulfilled? Are you happy? Who are you? And stop looking at people on social media with their whole lifestyle and everything and think like, oh my God, like I'm too old now, I'm not doing enough, I cannot change anymore. Also realize that maybe just normal life is good for you. Maybe you don't need like a mansion, maybe you don't need these things, maybe you don't even need like lots of money, maybe enough is enough for you. So don't look at like these people and think like, oh, I have to be where they are at their age. Like, stop striving for crazy things if that's not what you want. I forgot to mention, maybe you do not believe that you deserve a good life. You should really change this mentality, because it doesn't matter whether other people deserve it more than you do, whether you made mistakes or whatever. If something is for you and if something is meant to happen for you and you can feel it and it's actually meant to be, then it will happen regardless. God gave that thing to you and not to that other person. So stop being so ungrateful for this feeling. You thinking that you don't deserve something is you not being grateful, because He gives you that idea. He gives you that feeling in order for you to accomplish something big. And you being like, no, other people deserve it more. Who are you to even question that? Who are you? Just go with what you feel and go with what's meant for you. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you guys learned something. And yeah, I see you guys in the next video. I love you guys.